Welcome into the first official Life Madness Companion Podcast 2026. I'm Jones. This is my main man, Eli. So exciting. We're on Selection Sunday. We finally made it. Long winter, long days and nights thinking about this, Eli. How do you feel to be making it to the state?
I feel amazing. Everybody at home, Jones, producer Messina, anybody out there in the world right now, how could you not feel amazing? The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and the bracket is out. And that's the only thing I care about. Sun fine, birds fine, brackets out, Jones. Let's dive in. How are you?
I'm doing splendidly. Thank you for asking. Me and Stefan have been watching the bracket. Just so you know, for you folks at home, Stefan, my pet turtle. Yep. Eli has Timothy, his pet rabbit, and they're both very into the LCAA. So to see everything unfolding in front of our face this Selection Sunday has been glorious. I hope you've already gone and filled out your bracket, right?
It's early, so if you haven't, we forgive you.
But you can do it now. Link in our bio. Go do that. We have a lot to go over.
Yeah.
And we're starting with a stacked Midwest region. Yeah. The committee essentially said to us, here's a boulder. Yeah. We're going to drop it on your face for the Midwest region. That's what they said.
And it's aggressive. And I like that from the committee.
Right. And I feel it in my face. I go, ow.
You look okay. I don't really see the impact from the boulder.
Okay,
but Jones,
good.
We think about previous years, right? I'm a historian. Everybody knows I'm a big-time historian.
Right.
We've been doing this for thousands and thousands of billions
thousands of billions of years.
Right. And this might be one of the better Midwest we've ever seen. Usually, I don't know who it was. It might have been DiCaprio. Somebody posted a tweet last week ranking hardest regions of all time, like by a percentage of region.
Right, it was DiCaprio.
And South was historically the hardest region. I think it was South, then East, then Midwest. Obviously, the West, historically a pretty easy region. Mm-hmm. But Midwest, usually not that loaded. This year, it's loaded.
This year, it's absolutely loaded. The first two games in the Midwest will take place in Wakanda, where, of course, we were at last year for the Final Four in the National Championship. And just shed a tear. And we'd be remiss not to really start at the top of this podcast by wishing favorite team winning a championship a very happy.
Yeah. Happy. Just happy.
Just wishing them a happy.
Yeah.
Right? A happy championship.
Yeah.
A happy looking back at their championship. And, who knows if they'll find their way back into Life Madness.
Yeah.
If you've opened up the bracket, you already know. But if we're just looking in the Midwest region, you wouldn't know. So far, not so good.
Yeah. And there might be some spoilers on the pod. We might be talking about other regions. So we advise you, go look at the whole bracket.
I agree. Now would be a good time to pull it up. I assume, the average viewer right now, because we have a very advanced viewership.
Yeah.
They're probably at the gym, shoveling creatine into their mouth.
Yes.
Watching this and running, I would say, maybe mile 16 of 18 of their warm-up before their sets.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's dive in. And we start, the number one overall seed is a very familiar number one overall seed, a familiar Life Madness champion, somebody who was very, very controversially left out of Life Madness last year for being too freaky. It's the number one overall seed, Eli, Friday. They're back.
They're back. They're better than ever. I said it today. This is a great team. And we know about them, right? This is not your dad's Friday. And my dad tells stories all the time. Friday was so good back in the 80s, back in the 70s, like that. That wasn't the modern era. They've been even better in the modern era. Six titles since 1990.
Yeah.
That's the most in the modern era.
Yep.
Next best team, Corn Shucking with 2. So that's...
And that was a special too, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out Corn Shucking.
Shout out Corn Shucking. But this is a great team. And I think them being left out last year, that's only filling them with higher fire, a higher desire, and they're going to fly even higher.
And that's a Drake song.
It's a Drake song.
Fire and Desire.
And I just came up with it.
Right. So Champagne Poppy,
if you're listening,
give your credits where it's due. He's listening.
But Jones, this is a great team. 31-0 this season. Not a single loss. Mm-hmm. We all know the championship game. They beat Saturday. 52-48. That was a crazy game. And people were saying this was Saturday's year. Saturday Night Fever played well. Saturday Night Live played well.
The Weeknd played great. Everybody was there, and they still couldn't get it done. I don't think you can beat this Friday team. Well, I would push back against that. I think there are plenty of teams. I think they're going to have a tough time getting out of the Midwest.
Really?
I'm going to be honest with you.
You don't think they're the odds-on favorite?
And they're the odds-on favorite. They're the number one overall seed, right? The bookmakers are not reinventing the book.
Right.
But
They've done that before.
But as a guy, as an LCAA analyst for 80 billion years, as we've talked about, I see some upset potential. Now, I don't see some upset potential here with this first team, $2 bill. What's the scouting report on them? How'd they even get in?
It's a great question. Obviously, they won the OCC, Obsolete Currency Conference, not an auto bid conference. So for those of you who don't know how the LCAA works, some conferences are auto bid conferences, Day Conference, for example, BFC, for example, Best Filling Conference. Obsolete Currency Conference, OCC, not an auto bid. So you can win the conference, you still might not get into Life Madness. So it's impressive that they got into the field. Head coach Thomas Jefferson clearly had his guys prepared. They're battle tested. And that's a bit of a tougher conference than usual, Jones. Penny just joined the conference this offseason. So I think that made their strength of schedule a little bit better. Maybe that's why the committee was willing to let them in. But I agree, it's a confusing bid. Maybe one of the worst 16 seeds we've seen in a long time.
Well, yes, up there with a team like Texas that we saw last year. And remember, Texas plays in a 2-team conference with death, right?
Yeah.
In the inevitability conference. Yeah. So to see $2 bill in here was a little disheartening because it gives Friday It's a
buy. Let's call it.
I really am excited to see what the bookmakers say. I wonder what the money line will be.
Yeah.
I might throw $2 on $2 bill.
That feels disrespectful.
Well, what do you think I would make if I threw $2 on $2 bill?
You probably lose money. I think $2.
Well, I would probably lose $2.
Yeah.
But I'm saying.
if you won, you mean?
But I'm saying if pigs could fly, like entertain me, tickle my fancy.
You'd win a lot of $2.
Right. There would be a lot of $2. Right. This team is very rare in a way, and that's probably why they're here.
Yeah.
Right. And the committee does value rarity in their evaluations. Everybody knows that.
Yep.
But otherwise, they're nothing special.
No.
22-10 in the OCC is.
It's laughable.
I mean, it's
you can laugh away.
It's pedestrian.
Yeah,
it's pedestrian to say the least. So this is not a sexy matchup to start, but I think Friday will be tested as early as the second round. If, call me crazy,
You're
but
not
they
crazy.
will be. So let's go down to this 8-9 matchup. Whoever Friday plays in the second round, I think they might have a problem with. It's the 8 seed Wine and Cheese taking on the 9 seed Wii Sports. Who do you like there? Vegas might have this one as close to a pick'em as possible.
I was reading that before. I was reading the Jordan Belfort, the odds preview.
Right.
He had it, I think, a slight favorite from Wii Sports, and I think that's generous. I think this is, to me, is a clear 9/8 potential. Wii Sports Jones is so good. I don't know if you've been watching them recently, but Matt, he has just been unbelievable. That guy can do everything. I thought he was a point guard. I saw him last night, or 2 nights ago, whenever they were playing in the conference championship game in the Nintendo conference. He was handling the 5 responsibilities, and the 4, and the 3. He's playing all 5 positions. And people know they can play basketball. But have you ever seen these guys on a tennis court?
Yeah.
In the bowling alley?
Oh.
In the boxing ring? The baseball field?
Oh.
Incredible. I want you to contain yourself.
I'm containing.
But they're incredible. And how could we not mention the Video Game Invitational?
Right.
You were there.
I'm glad you got to that.
You were there in Candyland this year. And we know they won the Nintendo conference, but tell us about your experience there, because everybody knows the Video Game Invitational, it's only a 3-team tournament.
Right.
Wii Sports, Fortnite, Mario Kart. Fortnite and Mario Kart have won 48 of the last 49 editions. Wii Sports was special this year.
They certainly were. And you look at what full squad Fortnite win has done in previous years.
Yeah.
Right? They were a 1 seed in this tournament last year. In the infamously weak West region. I go to these invitationals all the time. If you could see, you walk into my house, right? And people get mad at me, My future wife will be very mad at me. Mm-hmm. I know. Because I have invitationals stacked up to here.
You can throw some of those
and I have to decide which ones to go to. For example, the OCC Invitational this year
did not go.
Burned in my fireplace.
Good.
Right? Burned in my fireplace. Good. But I always make time for the Video Game Invitational. Because it seems like even though it's a three-team invitational, whichever team comes out of that brutal round robin tournament, sometimes, infamously, it's to the death.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption, famously slain.
And then they came back.
Slain by GTA. And then
they also
Red Dead
got
Redemption
again.
2. Yeah, and then were slain by the theoretical GTA 6.
Yeah.
The point being, whichever team comes out of that conference, whichever team comes out of that invitational golden, because they encrust the winners in gold, obviously. They always make noise.
Yep.
They always make noise in Life Madness. So that's why I was surprised to see them on the 9 line in the first place, right? We had them around a 6-7. So why are you smiling?
I agree. 6-7. Another team that could have been in this year.
Yeah. So,
but no, I agree with you. And I think this is a tough matchup for Wine and Cheese. And anybody who watched the selection show, they would have seen my reaction. I was stunned because I like Wine and Cheese. I know you were high on Wine and Cheese this year. We thought they had a higher potential for sure. They could have been in the 7, 8. I mean, they are an 8. They could have been 5, 6.
7.
Any of those numbers range. But Jones, this is a tough matchup for them. Like, I honestly think if you're a head coach, charcuterie board, what are you telling your guys? How do you get them ready? They're on the plane to Wakanda right now. How are they getting motivated knowing they're walking into what could very well be a death trap?
And what I'm afraid of is that they're still riding high off that food pairing conference championship game, right? We know that they beat Pretzel and Beer, but they had a down season this year.
They did.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Call it.
Let's call a dog a cat.
Call them.
It was a bad season for the food pairing conference overall. Banana and Nutella didn't even participate this year due to that NIL violation. So, I mean, Wine and Cheese, usually a very, very formidable team, very romantic team. But this year, they're just not battle tested.
Yeah.
Wii Sports has the battle test. So this feels like a 9/8. But if I just go roster for roster, and if you didn't tell me anything that happened this season, I would say this is a straight up pick 'em.
Yeah, I mean, they have the talent.
Agree?
I agree. Wine and Cheese have the talent. Sauvignon Blanc, right? Merlot, great. On the other side, on the defensive end, Cheddar, Swiss, great. You got so many great players. Fromage, yeah, that's what they call this team abroad.
Yeah.
But I just think they've had a down year. And I think this is going to be a 9-8 upset. Let's move down to the games in Agrabah.
Let's go to Agrabah.
And I haven't actually been out there recently. My good buddy, you remember my friend Aladdin?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was calling me actually, telling me I should pull up to some of these games. I don't know if I'll be able to swing it.
Would you be able to stay on his floor or his carpet maybe?
I don't think he has a carpet.
No.
Okay. He said something about like it flew away.
Oh.
Yeah.
So no guests.
No guests. I don't think.
Agrabah.
I don't know. I can stay like there's like a cave I think that I stayed at last time.
Okay.
Some weird lamps and stuff in there. I don't know. It's kind of freaking me out.
I would not touch those.
I don't know if I'd touch them. We may like rub them a little bit. But anyway, let's move down to the 5-12. These games in Agrabah. I might be in attendance. You definitely won't. We got the 5 seed late night Campfire versus the 12 seed getting your last drop of water out of your ear. This 12 seed obviously out of the best feeling conference, the BFC. If you're new to the LCAA, BFC obviously the most prolific conference in the LCAA. They have, I don't even know how many bids they have this year in the tournament. Producer Messina maybe throw up a graphic of how many.
And let me guess, at least, Messina.
Yeah.
I'd say they have 6.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe one more.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyhow, like you said, the BFC so formidable. So to come out at large of the BFC, there's no shame in that.
No.
There's no shame. You love to win your conference, and usually you see conference champions as the ones who are in the Final Four, but the BFC is one of those few exceptions where it's an absolute gauntlet. So to be a 12 seed out of the BFC, you hate this draw for Campfire. As a 5 seed, you're scared.
You're scared. You're terrified. And you obviously have the big 3, right?
Sure.
S'mores, Campfire stories, or scary stories and Campfire songs.
Right.
It's a great big 3. Don't get me wrong. And I said it in the selection show. These guys are, they're playing in Agrabah, and they do well in the hot. Have you ever seen these guys play in Hoth? You remember they played on Hoth a couple seasons ago?
Wasn't good.
Froze to death.
Yeah.
On the court.
Against silly bands.
Yeah. Literally froze to death. So I like the draw for them. They have to be happy that they get to go to Agrabah. They're probably on the way now as well. I don't know if this is 12-5. I know what you said. I agree with you. I think this is a great team out of the BFC. People have talked about their form. They have some weird form. They stand on one leg and just hop up and down.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that. It's a good 12 seed. I still think I got to lean late night Campfire here. I think I'm taking the 5 over the 12.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This is certainly not a Jones upset alert.
No.
But I'm just saying, think about it, right? And the fact that this 12 seed, last drop of water out of ear, when they go dry, that's actually a good thing. Good. It's confusing.
It is.
Right? Because usually you hear Elmo on the speaker on your radio go, and folks, they've gone dry.
Yeah.
As Elmo famously sounds
That's
like.
Bad.
It's bad.
For these guys, it's good.
But when you're listening to one of these games, you go, oh my goodness. You swerve in your car and you say, we've got something here.
Yeah. I've done that. I had that experience last night. I was listening to the it was highlights. I think it was our Sweet 16 game, and it was against who was it against? I think both sides of the pillow being cold.
Oh, yep. Classic game.
A great team. Both sides of the pillow being cold. They were in the tournament 5 years ago. Haven't been in it since, but a fun team to watch, no doubt. And I heard Elmo on the call on Westwood 1, and he said, they're going really dry. And I was like, it's over. I turned it off. I turned to Timothy. I said, let's go. Let's go to the zoo.
And just how is he these days?
Timmy?
While we have a chance.
He's good. He's all right. I mean, I'm sure we'll talk more about it. He gets weird this time of year because obviously life madness. And
it's a complicated time
for him. It is for him. I mean, we all remember what happened 3 years ago in Candyland.
Right. We don't want to talk about that. No.
With the lollipop and stuff.
Don't.
Stop. So it's tough for him around this time of year, but he's good. He's a rabbit. So
yeah.
He's doing rabbit things.
Stefan's great, by the way.
I didn't.
Not that you need to ask.
Yeah, no,
but
I didn't ask.
Anyway, moving down to the 413, we got an interesting matchup here. We got the 4 seed Parlay hits before halftime, right? A very formidable team. Taking on the 13 seed. I was surprised to see them here catching a fish. What do we know about these guys?
Well, they're obviously out of the surprisingly challenging but extremely satisfying accomplishments conference.
Right.
And they had a great season there. A lot of good teams in that conference. I don't remember who they beat in the championship game.
That is something maybe... Messina, please flash who they beat in the championship.
Yeah, producer Messina, put that in there because I just...
we have so many teams to remember. There's just... It's unbelievable.
And it's a busy time of year for us, so we can't... If you're at home getting upset with us right now, relax. But it's a good team. It's a good team. I can't say I've seen them play too many times, right? Their big two, father and son, are a really formidable big two. Mm-hmm. I'd put them up there. I don't know that they're at the Bert and Ernie levels of big two, but definitely at the peanut butter and peanut levels.
Right. Right.
So they're a good big two. And I don't know. I mean, it's tough. We've only ever seen one 13-4 upset in the last couple of years. It was last year.
Oh.
Getting a job. Took down Shower Beer. So it's not necessarily unprecedented to see a 13-4, but I'm going to say it's improbable. So I don't think I'm picking it here, but it's a good 13, Jones.
Yeah, but, to go back to getting a job in LM25, it was so different. I mean, they were just such a versatile team. Yeah. We know about the minutes that Hand played for them. We know about the minutes that Blow played for them. And we didn't know coming into the tournament what that was going to look like. And it was
a little graphic at times.
It was graphic, but it was formidable.
Yeah.
And that's why we had an upset like that. And honestly, Shower Beer wasn't the strongest. They were at the end of their reign. Mm-hmm. As we saw by this year, this is going to be a spoiler, I think.
They're not in it.
They're not in it.
Yeah.
They didn't win the beer conference.
No.
That'd be Rooftop Beer.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, catching a fish. They run that bait and switch offense.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes they tackle, and then that's just
not allowed.
It's not part of the game.
I don't understand why they do that.
Yeah, so I don't know how much I love this 13 seed. Now you look at this 4 though. Are they that great either?
Parlay hitting before halftime is the 4 seed here.
They may have some legs under them, and that's what I like to say.
They have a lot of legs. We'll say that for sure. But the problem with that is, right? They do have legs under them. They're never all working at the same time, and that's my fear with this team, is that if even one leg isn't doing well, isn't 100%,
stunned,
the whole team loses, and it's a risky team. It's a really risky team.
And people think, they were in this half conference, and you think that there's some merit to them, right? Because it's before halftime.
Right.
But what you don't talk about is people often end up watching Parlay missing after halftime when they watch this 4 seed.
It's true.
There's something about a parlay lasting all the way through the game.
Yeah. Better.
Better. Less money lost.
I agree. This is, and again, I apologize to Aladdin.
Apologize
Al,
to
if
him.
you're listening. I'm not coming to Agrabah because I think this could be one of the weaker quadrants of games. And I think, like we said before, this Midwest is loaded. We're going to get to the bottom half in a second. We talked about the Wakanda region, but, I don't see any of these 4 teams from Agrabah going to the Final Four. And who knows? I said risky text getting a risky response was going out in the first round last year. They went to the national championship. I've only been doing this for 80 billion years, so I don't know that much. But if I were making a prediction right now, if I were a betting man, I think this Agrabah region is weak. If you have tickets, go say hi to my friend Al. But I apologize. You should probably try to sell those and go somewhere else.
Wow. Big words.
Yeah.
Big words were just spoken, folks. Now let's move down to the bottom half of the Midwest. And this is what I call the, Saturday afternoon, turn on some good music, unclothe yourself, turn on the bubble bath, and just watch. And just enjoy.
This region?
Because this part...
But I want to clarify.
Clarify.
It's a Thursday. So if you wait till Saturday,
right,
you're going to miss that.
Right. No, I just mean the vibes of Saturday.
Okay. But you can do these vibes on Thursday, people at home.
You can do these vibes on
Make sure
Thursday.
you're watching these games on Thursday. They're going to be fun.
I guess depending on your profession, but again, Life Madness.
You should.
If you miss work due to Life Madness, which you should, just send them our way.
Yeah.
Just have everything sent to Give Me 5.
Just send it to us.
And we'll expense it.
Yep.
We'll write it off.
Yep.
We'll do the things.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're down here.
Yeah.
And there are so many teams I love. Maybe my favorite, I haven't officially picked my bracket yet. Or my bracket probably is going out very soon.
Yeah.
I don't know when the releasers
Well, we don't control the release.
Right. But there's a team here that I very well might pick to win the whole thing.
I know.
But let's first start with this 6-11 matchup. Bottomless Brunch playing Doomscrolling in District 12. Where do we land here?
I hope we do land. I know there was some talks of planes being blown up trying to land in District 12. Something about the capital or something. There's like a war going on in District 12. So I hope we're able to land safely and watch these games.
That's important.
But if we are, we're going to have some fun. Because you said it, these are 2 really good teams. Bottomless Brunch, we all know. Mimosa, he was in talks for Player of the Year. He obviously didn't end up winning the award, but he had a fantastic season. Jones, when this team gets going, they're really hard to stop. If they start, the first shot goes in, then the second, then the third shot, then the fourth shot, they're never going to stop shooting. And similar story for Doomscrolling. If you let first scroll get in the game, he's getting subbed out within 1.2 seconds to second scroll, then third scroll, then fourth scroll. And they're just going to keep passing the ball the entire game. These are 2 really fast-moving offenses, 2 teams that if they get going, they're impossible to stop.
Yep.
This is going to be an awesome matchup.
It's going to be an awesome matchup. It's going to be a fast matchup, like you said. I'm just a little worried about this 6 seed getting a little sloppy, right? First shot, great. Second shot, great. Third shot, great. Fourth shot, great. Fifth shot, not as good sometimes.
No.
Sixth shot, woo. Seventh shot, yee.
Yeah.
Eighth shot,
Yeah.
And then ninth shot, you could be sick watching these
And
guys.
if you watch 10 shot, you're probably not
right,
watching much after that.
right, and you're watching 10 reels,
Yeah.
real easy,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
real
true.
easy.
Really?
So that's my only concern. Do I think the 11 is going to beat the 6? I would hope not. I think that would say a lot of things that we don't want to be saying.
Yeah.
Because Bottomless Brunch is such a classic team, and I don't want to see these newfangled doom scrollers come in and say, hey, this is our territory now. I don't want them to have that satisfaction. That would disgust me in some ways. But that's my one concern about this 6 seed.
Well,
and I hope you can assuage it for me.
I wish I could assuage it.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but I can't. And Jones, we know Doomscrolling, the champions of the habits that are slowly killing us conference. If we watch this team for many more years, we're probably all going to die. But Jones, you just can't look away. It's like watching a car crash. And by the way, Car Crash thankfully didn't make the tournament this year.
Thank goodness.
But Doomscrolling did. And they're just addicting. When you watch them play, you literally can't look away. Nope. And that's why, Messina, give me my music.
Oh my goodness.
It's time for Eli's upset of the region.
Eli's upset of the region.
I'm taking Doomscrolling over Bottomless Brunch. The 11 over the 6. I think this one's not going to be close. I think it's going to be a blowout. I think Doomscrolling is loaded this year. I think they've been super good this season. I think this is the best iteration this team we've ever had. They're a little doom and gloom sometimes. They're not always the most fun team to watch. But I'm taking the 11 over the 6. How do you feel about that?
I don't hate it. I don't like it, though. I don't like it because I'm a big BB fan, probably over DS.
Yeah.
But your analysis is sound.
Thanks.
And I told you, again, it all depends. Because if we get 10th shot, it's right? That's what I'm scared.
That seems like a different noise from earlier.
Well, we escalate here.
Okay.
We escalate here on the Life Madness companion podcast. And we have fun with it.
We do.
Anyway, let's move down to a matchup I have been salivating over. Thinking about nonstop, tossing and turning. I can't stop just imagining what could happen for this 3 seed. One of my favorite teams in the tournament. It's College.
Yeah.
And they're taking on a pesky, dangerous 14 seed that packs a bite.
Yeah.
And that's Jaws. So I hate to see that draw for Jaws. Especially with their great organist, Ed, who we love. Right? Plays the best 2 notes.
That's great.
That there are.
It's like da-dun, something like that.
It's just something like, I don't know.
It's like a da-dun, da-dun.
It's hard to remember.
Something like that.
Maybe.
Ramps, I think. I don't know.
And then it goes, yeah.
I've never been to one of the games. I'm just
Who knows?
My friend told me that's how it is.
Anyway, the 3 seed College takes on the 14 seed Jaws. I'm so high on this College team. Are you as high as me?
At the moment, I'm not that high, no. But on this team, I like them. Yeah. I think they're great. I think they're a great team. I think they got a great potential. We'll talk about the 2 seed in a second. We know it's a really tough region, but I think they're one of the better teams to have a chance to get out here. I think them matching up against this 2 seed in the region would be amazing. And the winner of that game facing Friday would be truly beautiful. So I like him a lot. I'm not as high on the game as you because I don't think Jaws stands a chance. And by the way, tournament starts Thursday, only on Give Me 5. This is the first game of the day. So we're going to have to wait these next 4 days. But when we finally get to this glorious tournament, when the ball is first tipped, when head referee Donkey throws that ball in the air, it's going to be between these 2 teams.
Oh, my goodness.
So I'm excited. You can tell just from my voice how excited I am for that. But I think that's going to give this matchup a little more extra juice, that it is that first game. We're expecting a sellout crowd in District 12. Hopefully the Capitol holds off on any sort of attack during the game. But I don't think it's going to be close. Jaws, yes, they got a great organist. They got a great arena at Amity Island. They have a great home stadium. But, they've never played in District 12 before. Game's also going to be on land.
Yeah.
So I think that hurts Shark's performance in this game. I don't expect him to be able to breathe well on land.
Nope.
Which obviously is going to hurt his cardio. So this one to me is basically a lock.
I would not even recommend going to this game. I get it if you're a fan of College and you want to see the beginning of a historic run, but I don't think Frat Star will even play in this game.
They're going to... why would head coach Dean even start their players?
No.
Like, why would he play anybody?
Nope.
He could probably play Class and they would still win. Oof. Which, by the way, we'll talk about that in a sec, but if College wants to make a deep run in this tournament, they got to keep Class on the bench.
Keep him on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh.
But his parents will be there at the game. And so, it's a nice moment from Dean. If he wants to put Class in for a couple minutes, this is the game to do it.
Right.
Get him his first Life Madness minutes. Get him on the official roster. He can have a little picture to show his kids, hey, I was once in the tournament. Because his kids are going to be like, Dad, you're Class. You were never in this.
Right.
He's like, no, I played meaningful minutes. Obviously, once they learn it was against Jaws, they're going to kind of, throw some salt on him for the grains. But
right, the grains.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're probably going to want to cut Class by the second.
They have to.
Yeah.
Because if they're going against Doomscrolling in the second round or Bottomless Brunch, that's a tough second round game.
Oh yeah.
That's not a cakewalk.
No, not
at that point they can't start a team like Class.
Certainly.
At all.
Not a snoozer.
So
You know what else is not a snoozer, my friend? It's the 7-10 matchup.
Yeah.
French kissing, taking on the Sopranos.
Yeah.
First game from Narnia.
Yep. Are you going to that, by the way?
Wow. I will be there.
I know. Yeah.
That's what I can say.
Yeah.
Right? And we saw what the Sopranos said the other day.
Yeah.
Right? That Tony Soprano came out and said, none of these teams, especially French kissing, has the makings of varsity athletes.
Yeah.
Those are fighting
And
words.
we saw
are
what
they not?
French said in response. French kissing said in response.
You tell me.
Je n'ai pas besoin de don.
Oh.
I don't speak French, but
Yeah, okay.
it was.
Either do I, so yeah.
Somebody can translate for that us at home.
Messina, please.
Yeah. But this is an interesting team because they're obviously out of France, never played in America before. And the Kissing Conference is an interesting one. One of the few conferences in the LCAA that allows foreign teams to compete in it. And this year, French Kissing took down Hungarian Kissing in the Kissing Conference Championship. Mm-hmm. Deservedly so. They played a great season. But nobody really knows what to expect with this team. We've been hearing about Tung, right? The primary ball handler.
Sure.
A great team.
Yeah.
I mean, a great player, excuse me. But, Jones, if you get Teeth in the game, if Teeth starts playing, starts taking the ball up the court, if Teeth is handling the ball, like,
No.
oh my God.
No. And you know what? Depending on preference, some people might not want Tongue in the game as much as French kissing subs them in.
For sure.
And some people might not want Spit in the game
Oh God.
as much as
No, yeah.
French kissing
Well, Saliva
is going to sub them
an
in.
important player for them.
Right. Exactly.
And he's
Right. Well, I call him by his nickname,
yes,
Spit.
but what I like about that player is he really is like a true, like, again, you don't have to like Saliva, you don't have to like Spit, but he respects the league, and you guarantee after the game he's swapping jerseys with the other team. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Even mid-game sometimes he likes to swap jerseys.
And anything he keeps in his jersey too,
Mm-hmm.
gives it right away. He's very selfless like that.
Yeah, he is.
But they're taking on a very, very well-rounded Sopranos team. Obviously, Tony, Carmela, Junior, Meadow. I mean, they're filled from bottom to top, from top to bottom. And we talk about what Melfi does as that team psychologist. She is just special and kind of has them in the right headspace, which is why, Messina, cue my music.
Jones upset of the region.
This is the Jones upset of the Midwest region. Upset watch is officially on. I will take the 10 seed, the Sopranos, over the 7 seed, French Kissing. You don't have the makings of varsity athletes over there, French Kissing. I want you to know that.
I don't support it. And here's why. Jones, we don't know what we're getting from this Sopranos team, right? As much as this French Kissing team played over in Europe, I don't know about you, I have LCAA Europe, the package. Obviously, it's live. You can order that. I think it's like 17 doubloons a month.
It's kind of steep.
But if you haven't ordered that, go get it because you can watch all the European games. But I've seen this team play. Jones, Sopranos, in the HBO Conference Championship game, they were playing, who were they playing, The Wire?
They were playing The Wire because they beat Breaking Bad.
No, that was, you're thinking of the TV show Invitational.
Well,
They beat Game of Thrones in the semifinal.
well,
Because Breaking
right.
Bad's obviously in the AMC conference.
Right. Sorry,
But-
I'm thinking of the video game Invitational. Right.
You were also at that one, right?
I was there. Yeah.
But what I'm worried about, Jones, is we were obviously watching that championship game together. We were in my house. We were having pizzas. And fourth quarter, Tony was taking the ball up the court, like potentially about to win the game. TV just shut off, went black.
Yep.
It went black. I just missed the last minute. Nobody knows what happened in the last minute game. They might have. Did they win?
Clearly, the committee
Did
knows.
they lose?
The committee knows.
Nobody knows. It's a mystery. And they were like playing a song in the back. It was crazy. So I'm worried about that. I don't know how this team ends their game. That stresses me out as a fan.
The clues are there. The clues are there, and for
So what do you think happened?
And for deep fans of this team, they know what happened. They know what happened.
You don't want to reveal it.
No, I can't reveal it. But all I can say is they're in life madness now.
Okay.
They're in life madness. You make a good point, but they're here. And they will be here once they pull this upset over the 7 seed to face the winner of this 2-15 matchup, which is our final matchup of the pod to talk about. I'm emotional
Don't cry.
that we're wrapping up our first pod
We'll be back tomorrow
with the East.
with the East.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
First night of vacation.
Yeah.
The 2 seed, an impressive 29-3 on the season, will be taking on a scrappy team, right? With an owner, I believe the owner are the aliens, but
You think it's the aliens?
But some people don't know.
Nobody knows who owns this team. That's the crazy thing.
Right, but I would say the aliens.
I think it's rich Egyptian bureaucrats.
It could be that, but they're so exact in how they run the triangle offense. Anyway, we should introduce the team first.
Let's do it.
The Pyramids.
Yeah.
15 seed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it.
Do they scare you?
They do scare me because, like you said, I don't know what they're about.
Right.
I don't know who owns this team. I don't know who manages this team. I've never seen them play. Mm-hmm. They do run the triangle offense to perfection. They have a ton of spectators at their games. Mm-hmm. Everybody just goes and watches this team play. And they had to get through a kind of a gauntlet to get here. They beat Statue of Liberty. They beat Great Wall of China. They had some big-time wins. Sydney Opera House. Mm-hmm. Forget who else. But they really played a kind of a gauntlet of a schedule, obviously, in the World Landmarks Conference. I think that's a conference that plays majority of games in conference. And they what was their record? I don't even remember, but they got out of it. So I'm happy to see them on here. I think they're probably the best of the 15 seeds. But Jones, this might be the best of the 2 seeds. This is what makes this region so loaded. You got Friday, you got college, and you got the first night of vacation. You're shaking your head. Tell me why.
Well, I don't want to reveal too much, and it's not fully fair or relevant to compare them to the other 2 seeds. But to say they're the best 2 seed, I mean, Stefan just retreated into a shell, and I don't blame him. First night of vacation, they're a good team, right? Obviously, out of the vacation conference, we talked about them narrowly beating the last night of vacation in their championship game. Is that even an impressive win? That's not an impressive win at all. Last night of vacation? I mean, sometimes that team plays really well, but a lot of times that team is kind of depressing, right?
Yeah.
That team leads to first day back at work.
Yeah.
Nobody likes watching that team.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit afraid about the competition. I get it. They had some good quad 1 wins outside, right?
Yeah.
Some great quad 1 wins. They beat Snow Day in second grade.
And they beat Freedom.
Yeah.
And that was an insane game.
Which was concerning.
I was there.
You hate to see Freedom lose.
I know. It was a worrying day. I left the stadium and I was looking around. I was bad-mouthing the coach, and I was like, do they even still exist?
Right.
But they do, thankfully.
Good.
But yeah, I mean, I don't share your disdain for this team. I think
No, disdain is a tough word.
you just think shouldn't be. Do you think they should be a 2 at least?
I'm fine with them as a 2. I just don't think they're going to be a deep 2.
Well, I look at this bottom half of the bracket. Obviously, we're not going to be in District 12. You'll be in Narnia, so you're going to have some insight. But Jones, I see a collision course, right? How do you not see a collision course between college and first night of the vacation? It has to be that. And honestly, if anybody else upsets one of those teams, I'll be upset because I'll be robbed. I want to watch the Sweet 16. We're going to be at the Sweet 16 in Whoville, so I hope this game gets played in Whoville. I don't know exactly how the schedule will work out, but if we're sitting there in Whoville with our buddy the Grinch, and we're watching college and the first night of vacation, what more could you want?
You really couldn't want anything more than that. I don't see where college gets upset.
I don't
on their road to the Sweet 16.
Do you think Sopranos takes down first night of vacation?
If they could take down French Kissing, they could take down anybody.
French Kissing is a totally different team. The Kissing Conference is way weaker than the Vacation Conference.
Oh my gosh. Of course. I'm just saying that for some reason this 2 seed gives me a little pause. They are very variable and delay. They sometimes their games get delayed, and when their games get delayed, you may as well not even show up to this game. They're a nothing team. Suddenly they drop down to a 15 at best.
It's true.
And I just wonder, because you do say the Pyramids are the strongest 15. I mean, this game will undoubtedly be, in Vegas's eyes, the closest to 15 game. The spread will be the closest.
I agree.
So I kind of like the Pyramids to perhaps cover the spread.
I mean, what's the spread going to be? Probably 45.5? Yeah, I think they'll cover that easily. I don't know. I mean, so when was the last time a 15 seed beat a 2? I don't even remember. Was that 2006?
05, 06?
Yeah, and who was that? I think it was Nails.
Oh my God! It was Nails against. Was that when scuba diving was the unlikely 2 seed?
It was either that or was it the year where Soft Serve Ice Cream was there?
I don't know.
One of those 2 teams. It was definitely that, and that was crazy. It was obviously, it was on Tatooine, and I was there. Will we ever see a 15-2 upset again?
I think we will. I don't know that it will be this year, but the way that NIL is working in the LCAA, I just think you see some superstars transfer around, and it will happen. But I don't think it will happen in this matchup, which will, should everything go the way we think, set up an awesome matchup between college and first night of vacation in the bottom of this Midwest region. What a region this is.
And Jones, before we go, and we do want to let people go, we want them to get home so they can fill out their bracket.
Or if you're home.
If you're home, still,
fill it
maybe
out.
go outside and then come back home.
Right.
Because we want you to have that feeling of returning home.
It's a nice
and then
feeling.
we want you to fill out your bracket and fill it out good. Fill it out a couple times, so you can only fill it out once. But you can fill it out, unfill it out, fill it out again.
Sure.
Send it to your family, send it to your lover, send it to your pets, everybody. So we want to give you that time. So we're going to go. But before we do, I want to introduce the final segment of the podcast, Jones. And this is called Jones and Eli Pick the Winner of Each Region Prematurely without unveiling all their picks in the whole bracket. It's a long segment title, but I think it fits. Let's do it. Who do you have coming out of the Midwest region? Your initial read, who do you got?
I think I've made it clear for this whole podcast. If you've been listening, you don't need to hear my answer. I think this 1 seed Friday is not all that. They've been here many a times and they're the number 1 overall seed. They just snuck past Saturday in that conference championship game, that day conference championship game. So I do not think it will be them. I think the winner will come out of the bottom half, and that winner will be college.
For me, it's got to be Friday. I mean, the best team in the modern era. We know they had a disappointing end of the season in 2024, was it? Lost to the eventual champion Snowden in second grade in the Final Four. Who knows? Maybe they'll lose in the Final Four again, but I think they're getting there. They're my pick to come out of the Midwest.
Well, with that is going to wrap up the Life Madness Companion podcast for the Midwest region reveal. Eli, it feels so good to be back with you. We have fun in the studio. We make love in this studio, not literally. We make love and dreams come true.
We also make beautiful videos that provide love to people.
Right, so we make love.
Yeah, technically.
We make love in the studio. And to everybody who tunes in to see us making love, thank you. The Midwest region is officially out here today on this beautiful Selection Sunday. Tomorrow, the East Region reveal.
Yep.
The East Region podcast. There is so much to be excited for when your head hits the pillow tonight and your head rises off the pillow tomorrow morning.
We'll see you there.
Get excited. Thank you so much for listening. We will be back tomorrow with more Life Madness.